We will now go to the last speaker before we break for our tea break. I would now like to invite Dr. Jaswinder Singh. Dr. Jaswinder Singh is a holder of PhD in comparative study of religions. Before obtaining his PhD, he successfully completed 2 master degrees in comparative study of religions and Sikh studies. He topped in the former and was awarded a gold medal for his achievement in May 2011. He has taught in Sri Guru Granth Sahib World University, Fatehgarh Sahib and Gurmat College, Patiala, India as an assistant professor. He also had the privilege to serve as a senior research fellow in the Punjabi University, Patiala in India. Currently, he is serving as a lecturer at the Sikh Center of Central Sikh Gurdwara Board, Singapore. His primary responsibility is to support the board's objective of promoting Sikhism and cater to the religious needs of the Singapore Sikh community. He is doing this through various courses on Sikh philosophy, theology, and history. Furthermore, as and when required or invited, he also delivers special lectures at various Sikh and non-Sikh organizations to develop religious harmony among the different religious groups. Last year, for those of you who were present, we had Manmohan Singh, who was here. Sadly, he's not able to join us today. But we have been to their Gurdwara, and we were thoroughly impressed by their hospitality, and we thank you for that. And so on that note, I would request Dr. Jaswinder Singh to come here and take the stage. Thank you.
President Mr. Abdul Aziz, Mr. Barry, Shiva, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As my brother explained, I am Dr. Jaswinder Singh from Sikh Center of Central Sikh Gurdwara Board, Singapore. It is my pleasure and I take pride in sharing with you some insights on interfaith relation and national harmony from Sikh perspective. So at the outset, let me share 2 beautiful verses from our holy scripture, which means, double blade whom scissors cuts the cloth, but the needle stitches and reunites the separated pieces. So therefore, according to Sikhism, the objective of a religion is not to divide the mankind, but to unite it. Not to act like scissors and tear asunder the social fabric, but to act like a needle and bind mankind together. This is what we are talking in current scenario. It was relevant 550 years ago when the Sikhism was originated. And it is more relevant especially in present scenario, when the people who belong to different culture or races, colors, creed, they are coming together, they are living together, and they are interacting on their daily basis. And this spirit, it was taught to the Sikhs 550 years ago. And the birthplace of Sikhi, I just want to add one point about here. So the birthplace of Sikhi is Punjab. So the Punjab, it was a multiracial, multilinguistic, multicultural and multi-religious society at that time when the Sikhism was originated. Because Punjab, it was the meeting point for the Abrahamic religions and Indian religions. I'm using the word Indian religion, same as my brother Shiva, he told us that Hindu, this word belongs to, this is a geographical term, it is not a religious term. So when I'm using the word Indian religion, it means Hinduism, Jainism and Buddhism. So the Punjab, it was the meeting ground for two world religious traditions at that time. And the Muslim, the Christians, the Buddhists, the Jainis, they were living together. So this was the time when the Sikh gurus, they had a divine revelation. And that divine revelation, it was not exclusive. It was all-inclusive. It taught to us, accept the diversity, respect the diversity, celebrate the diversity, and even if needed, the Sikhs, they are supposed to sacrifice their life to preserve this diversity. So this divine revelation, it was preserved in the form of holy Sikh scripture Shri Guru Granth Sahib by the Sikh prophets themselves during their lifetime. The fifth Sikh master Guru Arjan Sahib, he compiled the Sikh scripture during his lifetime. So Shri Guru Granth Sahib, it is a perfect example how to bring harmony and peace in our social fabric, how to act like needles. For example, in Shri Guru Granth Sahib, there are different 35 contributors. Among them, there are only 6 Sikh gurus. 29s, they belong, their background, they were different. Their religion were different, their races were different, their culture were different. So this way, the Sikh gurus, the Sikh prophets, they expounded that the divine wisdom, it cannot be religion specific. It cannot be reason specific. It cannot be caste specific, and it cannot be time specific. For example, the first contributor of Shri Guru Granth Sahib, he was a Muslim Sufi saint. His name was Hazrat Mian Mir. Baba Farid Ji. He was Baba Farid Ji. And the other contributors, for example, Bhagat Namdev Ji, he belonged to Maharashtra. He spoke Marathi language. And when I'm saying it was not a region specific, the Baba Farid, he belonged to Multan in present-day Pakistan. And Bhagat Kabir or other contributor, they also belong to the different parts of the India. So this scripture, this way it has become a universal scripture. And it is not only for the Sikhs, it is for the entire mankind. So a few days back, especially in Malaysia, especially when the Western scholar, they talk about Sikhism, they always say that Sikhism is just a mixture of Hinduism and Islam. It is nothing like that. This is a just misunderstanding. So Sikh prophets, they had a divine revelation which was unique, but that divine revelation, it accepts everyone. So Shri Guru Granth Sahib is a concrete example of this interfaith dialogue and interfaith relations. For example, I am saying that the divine revelation, it cannot be time specific. So the first contributor of Shri Guru Granth Sahib, he belonged to the 12th century. And the last one, he belonged to 17th century. This way, the Sikh gurus, they focused, they emphasized that we cannot make exclusive claim that my revelation is superior and your scripture is inferior. It is nothing like that. So this divine scripture, the Sikhs, they take guidance for every aspect of their life from this holy Sikh scripture. So today I am going to share few key Sikh concepts about interfaith relation and national harmony. So the first point is one God. Second, all the world religions, they are the different ways leading towards the same ultimate reality. Third one, be true towards your faith. And the fourth point is we also need to make interfaith dialogue. That's what we are doing these days. So let me explain all these concepts one by one. First one is one God. So whenever you visit any Sikh temple all over the world, you will find this symbol, and we call it Ik Oankar. This is the starting letter of Shri Guru Granth Sahib, our holy Sikh scripture. So it means there is only one and one God. So that one God, it does not belong to any specific religion, caste, color, creed, or race. He is a universal God. And he is beyond from the capacity of human brain to explain him. Yet various prophets from Abraham to Moses or Hazrat Muhammad Sahib or Jesus Christ and even the Indian spiritual leaders, they try to explain some attributes of that one ultimate reality. And all those attributes, they have become the name of same one ultimate reality. So there is a very beautiful stanza in Shri Guru Granth Sahib which says, some call him Ram, other call him Khuda. Some serve him as Gusai, other as Allah. So all these are attributive names. For example, the starting point of Quran, this is same like that. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. So these are the attributive name of one ultimate reality. And even the Muslim brother, they use 99 different attributive name for the one same one God. So the Sikh gurus, they emphasize that there is only one God. So the different prophets, they experience the same one ultimate reality. They encounter with the same one God. But they express it into different ways. That's why we have different rites, different rituals. So when they expressed it, when they experienced the same one ultimate reality, they expressed it into a specific geographical, cultural, and historical background. So we must need to focus on our differences, rather we need to focus on the similarities. So there is a very beautiful preamble in Shri Guru Granth Sahib which says, the entire world, it's like a garden. So in this garden there are many various plants. So you go to botanic garden, there are so many plants, so many flowers, so many types of fragrance, and that's the beauty of the life. And that's what the Sikh Guru taught us. The Sikh Gurus, they thought that we need not to condemn anyone. This is a beautiful verse from Shri Guru Granth Sahib, which says, neither the Hindu scripture nor the Semitic scripture are false. Rather, false are those who do not understand and act accordingly. So the main focus is on understanding and our actions. So if I am able to understand the essence of our scripture, then we need to live according those value system. So most of the world religion, they share the same value system. Values are same there. So the Sikh Gurus, they taught us that if you are a Hindu, try to live according the value system there in Vedas. If you are a Christian, try to live according the moral values that are already there in Bible. So if you are a Muslim, you need to live according the values there in Quran. So basically, for example, we have 3 pillars. As in Islam, there are 5 pillars. We also have 3 pillars in Sikhism. One is remember God, second one is honest earning, and third one is sharing. So these 3 pillars, they are very near to the 5 pillars of Islam. The last 2 among the 5 pillars of Islam, they are just the practices, Hajj and fast. So the first 3, this is a common platform where we can do something to bring harmony and peace in our social fabric. So the Sikh Gurus, they emphasized again and again that we need to focus on the ethical values, the similarities, rather to focus on the external differences. So there are some more values, for example, truthfulness and compassion. So as a Sikh, I am abide to live by these values. And even the Sikh Guru taught us, nobody is a Muslim or Christian or Hindu by Sikh. We will have to make efforts, we will have to live according to the value system that is there in our Holy Scripture. Then we will become Christian or Muslim or Sikhs. So to share this wisdom with the other faith communities, the Sikh Gurus, they gave us a model of interfaith dialogue. And that's what we are talking about these days. We are talking about one world, many people. We are talking about diversity, acceptance the diversity, respect the diversity, pluralism, especially the Jewish thinker and Christian thinker scholars, they are working on it. So the Sikh Gurus, they also gave us a model of interfaith dialogue. So in that dialogue, the Sikh Guru says, firstly, we need to make dialogue with self. This is something like awareness. Firstly, we need to reflect upon our holy scripture. What is there? Not superficially, we need to understand the essence. After that, I need to share that value system with the other human beings for the well-being of entire humankind. There is a very beautiful stanza in our holy scripture which says, if anyone has a basket of fragrant virtues, ethical values, all of us should enjoy its fragrance. Second, see, let us share our virtues, abandon our faults, and walk on the right path. So the Sikh Gurus, they just wanted to create a platform where we can uplift especially the common person. So after that, when I make dialogue with the world, there are three concepts I need to understand. First one, this dialogue, when we start any dialogue session, firstly we need to listen others. Not only listen, we need to listen them from their perspective. We need to understand them. And after that, the Sikh Guru says, then you speak. And the second one, the purpose, the base of this dialogue, it must be mutual respect, mutual acceptance, and the outcome must be embrace. So the Sikh Guru says, even we have many differences, but still we can accept one another. We have so many outer differences, but still we can respect one another. And the last one, this is very beautiful. There must not be any intention of conversion. That's what the Sikh Gurus taught 550 years ago. So the Sikh Gurus, they did not only teach, they did not only preach, this is very important, they practice it. They established some institution. They showed us how to do it. For example, there are so many examples that how to act like needles, how to bind society together. I just want to share a few examples with you. The first Sikh master, first Sikh prophet, Guru Nanak Sahib, he traveled almost 25 years of his life on foot, and he went towards east, west, north, south. And some historical books, they say, this is authentic, this is a fact, that he also went to Makkah. And he visited many holy places of Hindus, Buddhists, Jainis, Muslims, to share this inclusive vision with them. So when he started his vision, his travelings, his first slogan was, Na ko Hindu, na ko Musliman. It means we must not focus on external differences of Hindu or Muslim. Let us focus on the divine spirit that is one. And second most important, during his travelings, he had a companion. His name was Bhai Mardana Ji. And he was not a Sikh, he was a non-Sikh, he was a Muslim. And he spent almost his life with the first prophet Guru Nanak Sahib. He was a Muslim. The Guru Nanak, he never told him, firstly convert into Sikhism and then we will travel together. They were living together, they were working together, and they were interacting on daily basis. They were celebrating their differences. And the last one, there are so many incidents, but I will share just only 3 with you. So at that time, there was a Mughal ruler, his name was Bahadur Shah. He was the friend of our 10th master, the 10th Prophet, Guru Gobind Singh Sahib. So in a dialogue session, the Bahadur Shah, he asked him, which religion is the best, yours or mine? The Sikh prophets, he replied wonderfully. He said, for you, yours is wonderful. For me, mine is wonderful. So you live according to the value system that is in your scripture. Let us come together. Let us try to uplift the mankind. Let us try to do something for eco-human welfare. So this was the Sikh practices. Second, the same spirit is there in all the Sikh institutions which were established by our prophets. So this is the central Sikh place of the Sikhs, and this is in Amritsar, in Punjab. So Amritsar is like a Vatican or Makkah for the Sikhs. And this temple, it is like, I am using the word temple. Basically, it is not a temple. We call it Gurdwara Sahib. But the English-speaking word, they call it Golden Temple. So the Golden Temple, the foundation stone of Golden Temple was laid by a Muslim saint. His name was Sai Mia Mir. So this is a perfect example that I just heard from the Barry. The slides were there that we need to be affectionate towards our brother. We need to give respect them as our brother. So the fifth Sikh master, he invited to the Muslim friend to lay down the foundation stone of our holy place. Second, this holy place, it has 4 doors in east, west, north, south. It means everyone is welcome. Okay, without the distinction of caste, color, creed, or religion, it does not matter. Let us come, let us sit together, and let's do something for the betterment of humanity. So, third one, there is a community kitchen. And in that community kitchen, and every day around 100,000 of person, they take free meal there. And among them, most of them, they are the non-Sikhs. So that's the institution the Sikh Guru established for the well-being of entire mankind. And we have a supplication prayer, we call it Ardas, and that ends with Nanak Naam Chaddi Kala Tere Pani Sarbat Da Pala. Every day the Sikhs, they are doing this prayer. Sarbat Da Pala means well-being of mankind. It is not well-being of the Sikh community, it is well-being of the mankind. And the same legacy, the same spirit, the same vision, it is a part and parcel of the Sikhs. It is a part of their consciousness, it is a part of their daily life. So when the Sikhs, they migrated towards the different parts of the world, they brought this spirit with them. So when the Sikhs, they came here into Singapore, maybe the atmosphere was new, but they were taught how to live in a multiracial, multilinguistic, and multicultural society. And they did it very well. When they came here, they started as a police officer, but now we are just only 12,000 here, around 12,000. But still, they are contributing in nation building. So they are judge, they are working as a judge, they are lawyer, they are principal, they are ministers. So they are trying to contribute. So this spirit is coming from the Sikh vision. So in Singapore, when they came, they established the 7 Sikh Center. Here in Singapore, we have 7 Sikh temples. And all the Sikh temples, they provide the free meals to all the visitors. All are welcome, anytime, 3 times. So this is an inclusive vision. That's what Guruji was trying to establish it. Besides that, we are also doing donation of dry ration to Kongwi Shu Hospital and Mealing Home. This is a part of our service for the betterment of common man. And we also provide 2,600 free meals in collaboration with Willing Hearts. Every month we provided 2,600 meals. And the last one, we also have a partnership with Hindu Endowment Board Halfway Home to rehabilitate the inmates so they can start a new life. So the same interfaith relation spirit is working behind these efforts. Besides that, we have some outreach programs. Many ministries, government and non-government organization, they are coming to us and we are going to them just to share the Sikh vision, the inclusive or pluralistic vision with them. For example, you can read there, I will just mention 2-3 names. Ministry of Home Affairs, Presidential Council for Religious Harmony, Muslim Convert Association, then Muslim Missions, Women's Auxiliary. Besides that, there are many primary, secondary school and university students, ITI college students, and Young Interfaith Peacemaker Society. So the Sikhs in Singapore, they are also trying to make efforts to bring harmony and peace in the social fabric. So this is the statistics that the total visitor, total number of the visitor to our Gurdwaras around over the 3 years. So I end this slide with the Sikh greetings, that is Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So it means the pure ones, the truthful ones, they belong to the one ultimate reality. And when they will come together, definitely victory will be theirs. And they will not take pride of that victory, or they will not that victory will not create ego in them. They will come together, they will act like needles to unite the mankind together. So either we are Sikh, we are Hindu, we are Christian, we are Muslim. The Sikh gurus, they taught us, for you, your is wonderful, for me, mine is wonderful. So let us try to live according these values. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jaswinder Singh. It's very interesting to know that, you know, again, it's all about one God. It's a current theme across everybody. And I've also, it was very interesting I really like the analogy of the needles and not scissors. I think that's very profound. And I also particularly thought that it was useful for this forum as well, how you laid out the steps where you start by listening from their perspective, moving on to then speaking. And I think that's quite good when it comes to sort of interfaith dialogue. So thank you for that. The one thing I picked up as well when you said, for you, yours is wonderful, and for me, mine is wonderful. I think in our Quran scripture, we also have a verse where it says, for you, your religion, and for me, my religion. So this is also another common ground for us. So thank you very much for that very enlightening presentation. And on that note, we will now go to our tea break, right? So we've got some wonderful snacks for you. We're going to go for about 15 minutes. We have vegetarian food for those who want vegetarian only. And then there is the mixed stuff for those people. I've been told we're going to try and do it quite quickly because we are running a little bit behind schedule. So probably around 5-10 minutes. Yeah, okay. So 5 minutes.